Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? We are starting today's episode in the end because I'm looking for draconium and a lot of draconium. Last episode we consumed everything that we had, and I really need to have a decent supply of draconium today because I need to start making a few seeds from mystical agriculture. And yes, I do understand this is not a very good way of doing this, but I haven't found a meteor yet. But I am finding elytras. We don't need them anymore. Actually, one of the seeds that I really want to try and make today is going to be the draconium seed, so maybe this is the last time that we're going to mine for it. Anyways, I'll gather some and see you back at the base. Yeah, the plan was not adventuring in the end and trying to find one draconium ore in every acre. That was the plan. And it's a giant one. Well, it's not giant, but it's big enough. So we have 2226. That's enough for now. And I guess before we run out of draconium, we should make the draconium seed, which is one of the most expensive ones. We need the advanced crafting table. For making black iron, we're going to need a lot of blank slates because we need to make runes, correct? So I was thinking maybe we make this altar a bit more efficient, because I do have a ton of health and this can go way faster. Well, it's not the greatest thing in the world, it's a tier 3 altar anyways, but we have more capacity, more speed, and more runes of self-sacrifice. So if I stab myself 25 buckets, I give you that, it's not the best. But on a very positive note, it's faster. Okay, I have a bit of resources, let us see where we stand. 64. And we can just make a teeny tiny bit more. Yeah, 68. Also, this time let us make sure that the stupid quest is going to count. Okay, I just have to hold these in my inventory. So, please count. Thank you, thank you. We shall have 2 basic crafting tables, like so. Thank you. And now we move on to the advanced. Block of bright crystal. I'm missing 4. Why do I miss 4? And ladies and gentlemen, if nothing has gone wrong, we should be able to craft this thing. Voila. Advanced crafting table. Why did I make extra? It's fine, we need them anyways. So now if we want to make the draconium seeds, we can. We just take some neutral steel from everywhere. Supremium itself is not going to be a problem because I think we have it at our crops area. The wood farm. Yeah, we have 44. 44 is good. So let me get the material and I'll be right back. It has not been a crazy amount of time later, but ladies and gentlemen, our first tier 5 crafting seed. I was not expecting that to count, because we didn't make the infusion crystal, but who cares? And of course the most important seed of all. Draconium. Finally. If everything goes well, I also want to get vibrant alloy, energetic alloy, steel, electrical steel, dark steel, and end steel. But we will see. So, hi. I was just claiming the rewards and I got these. Apparently there is a quest in Draconic Evolution which gives you vibrant cores. Yeah, you make 1, gives you 8. Last episode could have been so much shorter. But that is perfectly fine by me, we will use it for something else. Energy crystals, definitely. But over here, we have a few crops. This is steel, this is silicon, which we needed in order to make electrical steel. This is draconium, vibrant alloy, and we also have the energetic alloy. But my resources are incredibly limited, so I don't think today I would be able to make more tier 5 seeds, and maybe just obsidian. You might notice it has been a while later, and I had literally nothing to do, just to wait for crops. And only for these two, energetic alloy and obsidian. 10, 10, 10. Lovely. And you should also be 10, 10, 10. Yes, they do stack. That is obviously a good sign when everything stacks. Yep, 10, 10, 10. So energetic alloy goes there. Obsidian goes there. And this was a horrible thing to do. Oh, and by the way, I have already planted steel, vibrant alloy, and draconium is over here. Oh, I forgot to set filters. Damn, it's fine. I think for a few episodes we are done over here, we can go home. These are the people that don't have any storage. Also, I'm noticing that we're getting a ton of obsidian and not energetic alloy. Give me some glowstone, please. Well, the reason for that is it's not being extracted fast enough. But now we're good. So now that we have some infinite alloys in order to make some capacitors, we need to make a few changes over here. First off, these machines are no longer required, because their only job was to make us energetic alloy. We don't need that anymore. But instead, we're going to do some automation, which was actually the entire plan behind using nodes from blood magic. So we're going to import the capacitors from here, and then it doesn't really matter, we're going to output it into one of these huge item inputs from the impowerer. Just the basic capacitor, correct? We're also inputting energetic alloy from there, and outputting it over here to another item input hatch, and then connect somehow everything into our system. So one of you should get energetic alloy now. Yes, yes, good. And the other one now should get some capacitors. Perfect. So as long as we have pulverized coal inside the center item hatch, we're always going to get double layered capacitors. So without me doing anything special, we're going to get double layered capacitors, correct? We don't really want it to go into our ME system, so we are actually going to send it to our drawers over here. So far we have 233. And what we're going to do is that we're going to import it again into our blood network, together with the vibrant alloy, and I'm going to output them into the other output hatches. Now we should get vibrant alloy somewhere. Oh, I haven't connected those. So now if we connect everything, one of them should get vibrant alloy, the other one should get the capacitors, hopefully. Yes, you know. Oh, it's already out. What happened? Oh, it's here. Okay, but you guys get the gist. If we now provide it with glowstone, we get this capacitor. And this will constantly work. Now that we have semi-automated the production of octatic capacitors, we need to start troubleshooting. You might notice that we are not producing double-layered capacitors fast enough. It's actually pretty fast, but not fast enough. For me, that is because we're not getting capacitors fast enough, that is the speed. And the reason for that is very simple. Red alloy ingot. This is as fast as it's working and this is not fast enough. So we need to start automating this red alloy ingot as well as electrotime. That does require a ton of osmium and unfortunately we don't have a seed. And even though I mentioned that we're not going to have any more seeds for today, I think we have to start making some. It's a good thing that the issue with draconium has been solved. Not really, but it's fine. I have to expand the farm for osmium. We can have one more draconium seed. Thankfully, osmium is not such a horrible seed. I believe we should be able to make a tier 4 seed. Lovely. And if we get a teeny tiny bit of superium, we should be fine. Just 2 more. All I want. Let's make more. Okay, we can have 10. 10 is good. Also, osmium is one of those seeds which does require the agricraft seed as well. That's not the one. You're the one. I have already 10, 10, 10 this one. And voila, osmium seed. One day. Although I was not really looking forward to this because I have to expand the farm and we are going to need more plant gatherers and everything. I added another wing for osmium, draconium and a bit more electrotine. Anyways, as a result, this is the rate that we're getting osmium and it's not moving for some reason. Well, now it is. Lovely. Draconium is still not the best, but electrotine is now decent. So correct me if I'm wrong. In a mod pack where resources are not an issue, you only pay attention to speed, correct? I brought the alloy furnaces from Nuclear Craft, they are fully upgraded, and this is the speed. Granted, it is a far more efficient recipe, but the problem is that that efficient recipe has nothing to do with Nuclear Craft, it's the mod pack. I think it's like 10% faster than a redstone furnace, and it's consuming 26,000 RF per tick, each one of them. But that is fine, over time it's gonna build up, don't you worry. For the moment we have other things to do. I'm going to need 2 more empowers. I had to do some remodeling, standardize everything, and add far more crops. I don't really remember which crops I have made, but these are the ones, I guess. The ones that we have not claimed. And yes, somebody actually suggested that I use these Spectre illuminators. You put them in one chunk and they lit up the entire chunk. I personally believe that was a lovely suggestion. Anyways, even though it has been a crazy amount of time later, I haven't done anything special. I just made crops, 10, 10, 10 them, and I'm trying to add storage for them. I was really tired of not having resources to do anything. Whatever I wanted to automate required so many items. We will get to the automation very soon, don't you worry. Did I lock you? No. For the moment, I don't really think we need silicon, but I had to make it for electrical steel, so why the hell not? Now I have a feeling that we have every single resource that we need for the immediate future. But let me try to just double check. Yeah, everything is being extracted, except you. Silicon. It's just too much. Oh, and by the way, yes, we do have the 2 extra empowers. I was trying to make them, I ran out of cobalt, and then I realized, yeah, we need crops. And again, just in case you're wondering, it has been 22 Minecraft days, around about 7 hours or so. So why did we have to do all of this? Very good question. I don't really remember if this was the recipe of Kappa mode or not, but here, in order to make an unassembled PCB, we need an empty PCB, correct? And in order to make that stupid empty PCB, we're going to need an ultimate control circuit, advanced circuit, and all of these. And the ultimate circuit is not cheap. And I also made a very small mistake. We need these transistors in very large quantities, and that requires the energized capacitor, which is a different line of capacitors than the ones that we are using, but we are going to use the ones that we are using right now in order to make the melodic capacitor, because you know, almost everything has a seed. Over here, I have to craft stuff. But we need to have a very small automation for energized capacitors as well. We should start improving our production. For the moment, we have one alloy furnace which is making us the electrotine alloy, and another alloy furnace which is making us the red alloy. We are going to try and make 2 more of them. That should double our production. Yeah, it does. I would say this is a decent production. And you should remember remember, we are also consuming them. However, one more thing that we need is another crafter. I don't really remember if it was a tier 2 or a tier 3, but this is cheap. Who cares? This crafter that you see over here is just going to make us the silver capacitor. Literally like the other crafter that we have over here, which is making us the basic. Wait a minute. Just 3 recipes. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I mean, I knew. I never paid attention. I have also set the filters for the second empower, and automatically we are able to craft the silver line capacitors. And we are making the alloys over here. At first I wanted to go with the enhanced alloy smelters, but unfortunately there is something wrong with them. I think it's because they're 1.5 blocks tall. So the nodes cannot read them, not from the top, not from the bottom, not from any side. And talking about nodes, the whole point of having the nodes was that I can have a certain measure of auto crafting before I can get an ME controller. Because you know, this is not cheap. The problem that I have with them is that yes, it's working right now, and it has been working for a very long time, because you might notice we have 9537 double layer capacitors, but it does shut down for absolutely no reason, and then it turns back on for absolutely no reason. And I even made sure we were not running out of anything, so I don't know what's up with them. Maybe in the meantime I should just make my empowered blocks, empty my inventory. Yes, lovely. Oh, and by the way, somebody mentioned in the comments that you can have 4 controllers on an empowerer and it's going to work 4 times faster. That was amazing. It works incredibly fast. I can actually show it to you. And yes, there was some remodeling here. I'm sorry. And yes, I like myself. This is the speed that we get double layer capacitors. It's super crazy. I can't really keep up with the production, otherwise we would have had millions of them by now. Ah, now you see, it stopped working for no reason. It's out of electrotine, and I have 1.2 million electrotine. And you see, these guys are also losing resources. I don't know what's wrong with it. It will turn back on in like 2 minutes, but that's not very consistent. Anywho, we have an additional problem. Somebody mentioned that I should not use Yaba in combination with applied energy sticks because it's going to cause lag. And instead he suggested that we use black hole controllers, and they can hold 12 black hole units. I have a slight issue with that thing because storage buses and external storage always cause a bit of lag. So imagine if I move all of my storage into one giant wall over here and then have one controller for the Yabas. That is going to take one storage bus. This dude can only hold 12, and I just calculated I need 9 of them just for the resources that I have. For the resources that I don't have, I might need another 10 more. So that's going to be 20 storage buses. I'm sure that's going to be far more laggy, but none of the solutions are going to work unless we get the ME controller. So I guess what we need to do is to work towards that. You see, now they're online. I don't know what's wrong with it. This is weird. I don't like weird things. Well, thankfully this time that we want to make a push, our production is super crazy fast, so it should not be a problem. Because last time that I was making the draconic cores, my biggest problem was pulsating iron. I didn't have enough ender pearls. This time, we have a seed for it. I have no idea how many pulsating crystals I have made, but that should be decent. Okay, production of everything is incredibly fast, except the melodic capacitor because of the slice and splice. The machine itself is quite fine. The problem is that it's not sucking the items fast enough. I didn't know you can pump in the items. I know, it's a very weird thing not to know. Oh, this is much better. I'm not really sure how I should approach this, but maybe we need to have at least half a stack of PCBs so that we can have a few ME controllers. One is not going to be enough for anything. Oh, the correct machine. Good. The main reason that we are here is that we need some plastic. We also need some green plastic, but not that much. Maybe a few stacks? There is a huge buffer for plastic, so I'm not that worried. We have a decent supply of green plastic. We switch this one to cyan, and we just go home. I love this. This is fast. Where is it going? You're taking in the wrong item, you stupid idiot. Which is kind of my fault. Just send it to an ender chest. We have 4 stacks of melodic capacitor, and more is being made. Well, we do have 1 more stack. We just put them inside the ender chest, and we should get the result back into our system. Although I do need better compressors, but later on. You saw the capacitors. Good. So while the capacitors are working, what do we need in order to make a PCB? This is a horrible recipe, but okay. But I meant in addition to that, we probably need to have some etching acid. You know, to get us started with. This is not 1.16. I can't buy it from villagers. You cannot set a filter for the output, so I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to dump the ingredients inside. For the etching acid, we just need 1 bucket, nothing more. Thank you. I'm not sure if I have to remove the filters or not, but I have changed the redstone behavior. It doesn't work, so we remove the filters, and we got it. It goes into our system, but it's fine. And thankfully I have brought the blocks so that I can reset the filters. I don't like roofs. Moving around is so difficult. But where is my etching acid? Thank you. Don't spill it on yourself. What will happen? Okay. We know. Oh, you broke a shear. Finally happened. I'm so happy. Do you think there is any chance that I can make one stack of PCBs? I mean, for the moment, this is the entire supply of alloys that I have, which is exactly 4 stacks. I do need to have 6 stacks for the circuits. Come on. Some more redstone, and in order to make the actual printed circuit board, I need 3 more stacks of capacitors. That is doable, because you know, 1 stack is better than half a stack. We don't have to do it for a while. And maybe I can also make the assembly line, who knows. But I also think my life is going to be so much easier if we upgrade those stupid mechanism machines. How do we crush these? Okay, that works. You also work. We invest 1 stack of alloys for the upgrades. And I just made the wrong upgrade. Oh yeah, finally. This is much better. I do have a feeling that everything is going fine, except for the fact that we need 1 stack of hyper diamonds and I'm out of the graphite. You know, the special graphite from Quantum Flux. Where is it? Doesn't have a seed, it has nothing, so we have to find it. Yeah, 25. That is actually enough because I do have 13 hyper diamonds at home, so we don't need that much. We just need 1 stack in total. Graphite goes in, and some TNT, and we run. Lovely. This means that if I have not done any miscalculations, we should have 1 stack of PCBs very soon. Here is our advanced circuit. We ran out of something. I forgot to assemble these. As I was saying, 1 stack of advanced circuits. I do have the rest of the garbage. We just need 1 stack of the ultimate circuit from mechanism and then we're done. This is advanced. This is elite. Vivid alloy is not a problem. And of course, the ultimate. 64. That's everything. So I guess we just put it in? I don't know. Yes, we have everything. And it's working. Oh, this stupid filter again. I hate that. But we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 stack of empty PCBs. Thank you. Yeah, I know it doesn't do anything. I have set up the filter for them, so we can proceed with the rest of the process. Some etching acid, empty PCBs goes in, and we just wait for, I don't know, an hour or so. But in the meantime, you might notice that we need something called a UV light box. Amazing. That requires a PCB blueprint, which you can buy from the Amazon people, which doesn't really have a horrible recipe until you notice that in order to make the Amazon tablet, you need an air canister, and voila. Thermoconducting alloy, which comes from boron arsenide, which comes from molten boron arsenide, which probably comes from arsenic and boron. And arsenic, we are getting it from our rock crushers. Ah yes, arsenic. I just realized I'm doing things exactly the opposite. You first need to put the PCB inside the UV light and then put it inside etching acid. Not the other way around. I just realized it because I got failed PCBs. This is our molten arsenic, and if we do manage to get a chemical reactor from nuclear craft, we should be good. Because I am going to use the same melter for boron. That should be enough arsenic. Etching progress 73%. I was going to say that there is a chance that we get the actual PCB. It doesn't have to fail all the time. I think there was a 0.001% chance of success. So if I do this like 10 million times, we should be good. However, we are getting our boron arsenide, which yeah, you're done. So we should be able to have our ingot former, and that's not the one, you're the one. And very slowly that should give us the boron arsenide crystal. I'll be honest with you, it's not gonna be much, but for the moment we just need 1 crystal. Oops, where did it go? Ah, yes, here. You see, I told you, there's nothing to it. Next episode, we're going to have auto crafting one way or the other. We have our Amazon tablet, we just need to charge it a bit. I think 2 bars is enough. And you guys already know the drill. We don't need 2 chests, just the 1. We put the emeralds in, and we purchase some items. PCB blueprint, 1. And of course the assembly program. He took my payment. Are you gonna fire? He teleported. And I think the other guy brought everything? Yes. Thank you. Anywho, the UV light box. And I guess we just have to go back here and start UV lighting our PCBs. I don't know if that's a word. We just need the UV light box, which is connected. Lovely. We shall put the PCBs inside. And you see, each success chance 5%, 6%, and it goes up to 100%. Maybe we give you a speed upgrade? Maybe another one? I just want 1 in order to set a filter. Now that we have 1 stack of PCBs, we should also work on the assembly units. Then we don't have to do the etching process anymore. Very cool. We have the 1. I have set the filter. All of you can go in. In the meantime, at least I should be able to make a few more capacitors, and then we should have our assembled PCBs. We have 156 melodic. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important moment for us. Our final batch of capacitors for today. And yes, we are getting PCBs at a very garbage rate, but it's fine. Also takes a very long time for it to be etched. But if we manage to get our stupid PCBs, next episode we're going to have auto crafting. Because we still need to have the iridescent altar in order to make the crystal clusters from blood magic. You know, this beautiful recipe. And I have been checking the rest of the recipes, they're not really that bad. Well, I didn't have anything to do but to wait for some PCBs to get ready. Okay. They're ready. At this very moment we only have 11 of them, 16 more are ready to be etched, but what we want is this. printed circuit board, until the other 55 are going to get ready. And yes, this is where the fun starts, because finally next episode we're going to have ME controllers. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye. Did I say bye bye? I was wrong. Why do we have to do it next episode when we can just do it today? I really want controllers. Unless there is something stupid somewhere. Octane. Yeah, we need to find the constellation too. Yes, we have Octane. Sounds like gas. There is nothing in the night sky, which is fine. Is it raining? If you have Garden of Glass, you don't actually see the rain, so maybe it's raining? Ah. Yeah, maybe it was raining. Now we have constellations. This is Octane. It's the easiest shape that I can remember. Oh. Okay. We're done. I should just upgrade the altar. Actually, what we need to do is to grow a celestial crystal. And I'll be very honest with you, I don't remember. You know, you play 1.16, you buy PCBs from villagers and you don't have to go through the process. You play 1.16, you play around with the different version of Astral Sorcery and you're always confused. Different versions are not good. But I think this was the recipe. 1 stardust, 1 crystal. And maybe a block of iron would have sped it up, but too late. We have particles, so it's doing something. Oh, okay. That was it. It has a few stages of growth. It's right now at 0. I'll upgrade the altar. While we are doing all of this, we might as well try to make the starlight infuser. Oh, you need some starlight. That's fine. I should be able to make the altar anyways. I think the structure itself is complete. I'm making the altar. One of these days, thank you. And we just have to wait for some starlight. Another thing that I realized is that in order to make every single ME controller, you need a celestial crystal. So we're making more. Also, I don't really have a decent supply of star metal, so let me try to get more, and then I think we should be done. We have a decent supply of star metal, and I think this one is grown. It was grown. We also have enough starlight. There is a chance that it's going to consume one of the sources, so we probably don't have enough. Ah, I have to activate you. Thank you for the resonating gem. Do you work? No, we lost that one. Yeah, I still don't see anything missing. This should be the final one. Then we don't really care. The recipe for the iridescent altar, we turn it into nighttime. Either you're missing something or we don't have enough starlight. I have a feeling we don't have enough starlight. Oh, we do. We will. Amazing. We shall have the iridescent altar. Well, thankfully the structure for this one is a teeny tiny bit better because it's just an upgrade. Yeah, we just have to add a few more blocks. Yeah, the structure itself is fine. Perfect. So now what we need to do is to find another celestial crystal and try to attune it. Stage 4, we can harvest. And a very stupid thing I did is that my attunement altar is here in another dimension. Oh, we're good. So you get attuned. It's probably a very garbage crystal, but who cares? The cluster itself does not seem to be very complicated. Here is our spacious crystal. We needed 6. We needed actually 4. For some reason, 4 Fluix crystals, the pure version. And ladies and gentlemen, the first cluster. Oh, you need the thing. You need extra majigabobs. Yeah, we need to have 2 relays and 2 star metal ingots. That should be easy. Turn nighttime. Now it should work. Oh. That was fast. We have the cluster and we need 2. It's fine, I dropped them at the same time, so you should be also stage 4. Lovely. Come on, you can give me the second one. Lovely. But oh boy, these are expensive. I just made you. It's fine, sometimes it doesn't recognize it. We just need to have 2 alloys. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, our first controller. Amazing. Now I can finally say bye-bye.